Alright, hi guys, I'm going to be explaining the Grand Crusade, which is like the old version of the TNI border. 2 to 3 ratio map, so 10v15. There's a couple classes on here. For Assault, everyone should just be using Equalizer MK1, all the other ones aren't that good. There's Medic, Marauder, which is Shotgun, Viper is Dev, Crusader is Recon, Chimera is like the builder, so you can build some object. I would say Viper class isn't really useful until you get to like the booth phase, which I'll be explaining to you, so you probably don't need that. And Recon, you can use it depending on like if you have a good Recon, and I'll explain that later on. So P1, this is the payload phase, so if you just send like 2 people on payload, probably best, and you just follow it all the way down here. The payload's going to get pushed pretty far. So once you get past this wall point, pretty much the entire defender team is going to be set up, they're going to be set up on arches. Depending like on what's happening, some might like try to push up here, but it's very unlikely. So the payload keeps getting pushed through here, and then you're gonna have to keep pushing it all the way up. So basically your entire team is gonna be set up right here, and the entire TNI team is gonna be set up on these arches here, trying to crossfire you down like this. Depending if you have like a builder or not, you can build like some objects. Builder honestly isn't that useful. You can rotate this jump pad. If like pretend the jump pad's facing that way, you could jump pad, oh it's not even official, but it'll boost you so it's like that direction if you wanted to like boost your team past. You can try that. Essentially your entire team is just going to try to heal up here, come up here on the arches, and then try to like take the arches and like fight back the TNI team on like the other side in here. They will have a recon up here, and they could have some assaults up here depending. So you might have to shoot back at them. Recon, once they come here, you can have your Raider recon go down this ramp here. There's a vent if you follow along this catwalk here, and then it will teleport you up to here. So this is a good spot for Raider recon because you can shoot all the catwalks. They can be flanked, or you can get up to here by this vent. So these vents are all connected through here. So if you go here and you go down the ladder, they're all connected. So if they take back arches, defender team, Raider recon needs like pay attention and make sure like, and like no, he's probably gonna get flanked up here. But that would probably be the best spot for Raider recon to play. You can play on this glass too, counter the defender recon. And they come out of spawn right here, so be careful. You're gonna have to like have some people on arches assisting your team, and you can have shotguns play up here to like fight them when they come up, trying to come around. They might have a builder though that puts a jump pad facing that way, so they don't even have to fight the STs here, and they just jump pad up and over and fight you guys over here. So be aware of that. The payload's still gonna be getting pushed all the way up here. You guys are gonna have to keep pushing it and go through this door here. So your entire arch team is gonna be having to like support and keep all the off spawns at bay. So we like push this payload over here. It's gonna like come down all the way over here, and then you push it into the reactor here. If you do go off, you take damage, so be aware. So you're gonna have to heal each other from the heat. So once payload gets here, it becomes the next phase, which is like the booth phase. So booth phase, you come over here, and then after you put the payload in reactor, your spawn update. So instead of spawning all the way back here, you're gonna be spawning like somewhere around here. You're just be dropping down. So you keep coming through here. People are gonna be up on balcony like him. You're gonna have to watch out for them. And there's gonna be some people set up here on the walls. So you can go through this way to get to booth like that, or you can come around, which is probably the safer way, to go behind the glass and come this way and then go into the booth. I'd have like one ST play up on like each door depending on what's happening. If they're doing like a full team push, both STs rotate to like the one door, but you have to hold in booth for I think it's 500 seconds. They're gonna be coming from this catwalk here, be coming down, and they'll drop down and push the booth here like this, or they'll come from spawn up here, and they're going to be coming down on these catwalk, and they can go like this. So be aware if like you don't see anyone drop down, they can be up here, and then the SD can come in and like try to slam one of you guys, so be aware of that. Once this phase is done, you just basically just try to reinforce in the booth and hold it for as long as you can. This phase is pretty free. Usually like defenders never retake it, to be honest, because it's just so hard. You can send your full team to either go back to prison, which is probably the best way to go back to prison, over here, and and this is prison vent. So you'll come through the vent, teleport in, and this is a double door, so there might be an ST plane in here and just picking you guys off, so be aware of it. You come through prison here, and then you come here, and that is to go to the vault room. So vault room is where you have to capture the point. If you die with the object, it's like an orb. So if you die with the orb, you're gonna have to restart and have to come here. So this is where the orb would be. So you can come get it, and then one strat is after you get the orb, you can come here and stack back up into this vent, and then go out the same way that you came from, which would be the safest way instead of going out the vault the main way and having to go through the lasers and fight the entire TNIC team there. So the smartest way would be to stack back up into this vent, and then come out there, and then go back to prison, and you need to bring the orb. You need to bring the orb back to your spawn. So once you bring it back to your spawn 10 times, you'll win the game. So you have to just keep repeating it, and you have to full team. So if half your team dies, trying to get it back, and you have half your team in prison with the orb, I would suggest holding here and like trying to like stay in the vent and have your entire team, like have the person in the orb stay in the vent and have your entire team just hold here, wait for your off spawns to reinforce to you, and then as a full team come out. Because basically what's going to happen, once you pretty much get to prison with the orb person, the entire defender team is going to reset and go to the catwalks up there. So you'll see when we come out, you'll teleport out. There could be like an ST playing up close here or here, but the entire TNI team is going to be playing along the entire catwalk and just shooting you. So you have to heal as a team. Like your builder could build a jump pad. I'm not sure how to rotate it, but put a jump pad boosting you that way. And your entire team could hit the jump pad and come here to the ladder and then reinforce better back to spawn. But you have to pretty much just body block for your VIP with the orb and just heal them and keep them alive as long as you can. Other than that, after you do it 10 times, you'll basically win the game. I would say STs are probably the most important class on this map, so make sure you have good STs, because the STs will make or break the game pretty much on holds. Other than that, just make sure your assaults are shooting back at balconies when you're trying to go, and make sure like your body block for the VIP, or else you're gonna have to basically restart